Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging headfirst into, well, a truly epic and turbulent world. We're talking A Dance with Dragons, the fifth huge installment in George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire.
That's right. And it's important to remember this book runs parallel in time to the fourth one, A Feast for Crows. So it brings back a lot of characters we missed in the last volume, some beloved, some definitely feared. Their fates have been hanging in the balance.
Absolutely. And our mission here is to really transport you, the listener, into this world. Think power, betrayal, survival.
Oh.
And fire. Lots of fire. We're going to try and pull out the most important bits, the key insights from the sources you gave us. Okay, let's unpack this. Let's start way up north. Jon Snow. He's Lord Commander of the Night's Watch now.
Mm-hmm.
And that carries a heavy, heavy weight, especially with everything going on. The realm's fractured. The wall feels, well, vulnerable.
It really does. And what makes his leadership so challenging here, I think, is that he's constantly pulled in different directions. He's got his duty, his oath to the Watch, but also this deep sense of compassion. Right.
And the choices he makes, they really start to blur those lines. It forces you to ask what that oath even means anymore.
Like his alliance with the wildlings. Hugely controversial. He lets them through the wall.
Exactly. Despite massive pushback from his own men.
He sees the bigger picture, though. Preventing their slaughter by the White Walkers.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
It's pragmatic, maybe even necessary for survival, but it flies in the face of centuries of tradition. Talk about moral gray areas. And then there's Stannis Baratheon. He's up there too.
Yes. Stannis. Still marching, trying to rally support for his claim to the Iron Throne.
Right, and causing friction. He wants the North to convert to the religion of R'hllor. Plus, you've got Melisandre whispering warnings in Jon's ear about dangers and shadows. Adds another layer of tension.
As if he needed more. And then the letters start arriving. From Ramsay Bolton.
Ugh, Ramsay, now legitimized Bolton.
Claiming the North, threatening war. Jon's basically forced to prepare for conflict on that front, too.
While dealing with whispers of betrayal right there in Castle Black, it's coming from all sides. How does that internal dissent really impact him when your own men might be against you?
Well, it's crippling, isn't it? He's trying to unite everyone against this, existential threat from beyond the wall. But his own brothers see his actions, his necessary compromises, as treason. It isolates him completely, makes decisive action almost impossible.
Okay, let's shift gears completely. Let's go east. Tyrion Lannister.
Tyrion. A long way from King's Landing.
Definitely. He's in exile. Remember, kills his father, Tywin, fled Westeros. Now he's traveling through Essos. Undercover, sort of, Ygor Hill, with agents working for Illyrio Mopatis.
Yeah, and it's a rough journey for him. He's bitter, cynical, but still sharp as ever, stripped of everything, his name, his status, his family's power. What does he have left?
His mind.
Exactly. His intellect is all he's got. He has to navigate these war-torn cities, these complex situations, purely on his wits. It's actually fascinating to watch him adapt.
And then his path crosses with the Second Sons, the mercenary company.
Right.
But the real bombshell is encountering this young man who claims he's Aegon Targaryen.
Boom. Aegon, son of Prince Rhaegar, supposedly killed as a baby during Robert's rebellion.
What does that mean, if it's true?
Well, it means there's potentially another Targaryen claimant to the Iron Throne, a huge, legitimate threat to the Lannisters, to everyone currently in power. And what's really interesting is how Tyrion, even in his lowly state, immediately gets pulled into the plotting around Aegon.
Even without his name or title.
Even then. His mind is still his greatest weapon. He's observing, advising, subtly trying to steer things. It shows just how adaptable he is.
Okay, let's fly over to Meereen. Daenerys Targaryen.
Queen Daenerys. Trying to rule a city.
Trying being the operative word. She wants peace, justice.
Yeah.
But liberating the slaves made her enemies. Powerful enemies.
Oh, absolutely. The former masters hate her. The city is just simmering, ready to boil over. It's the classic problem for a revolutionary, isn't it?
How so?
Well, she smashed the old system, right? But building something new and stable in the chaos, that requires compromises she probably never imagined making.
And then there are the dragons.
Yeah, the dragons. Once these symbols of hope and power, now they're growing wild. Dangerous.
And Drogon, the biggest one, has just vanished. Gone.
Adds a whole other level of instability. Meanwhile, her advisors are telling her,
Leave Meereen, go to Westeros, claim the Iron Throne.
right, but she feels this deep responsibility, doesn't she, to the people she freed. She feels bound to Meereen.
So she makes a political move, a marriage alliance.
Mm-hmm. With Hisdar as a Lorak, hoping it'll stop the violence, bring some kind of peace.
But it's fragile. And this shadowy group, the Sons of the Harpy, they're still out there, waging this guerrilla war.
It really makes you wonder what sacrifices are necessary for peace. How much of your own ideals do you compromise for stability, especially when the peace feels so precarious?
And things get worse. The fighting pits reopen. That must have been an agonizing choice for her.
Horrible. And then comes the climax at the Great Pit of Daznak. During this festival,
Drogon returns.
in a storm of fire and chaos, and Daenerys, in this almost primal moment, climbs onto his back.
And flies away.
Escapes, leaving Meereen in total disarray. It's not just an escape, though. It feels like a return to her core Targaryen identity, maybe. The Dragon Rider. But now she's utterly alone.
While all that fire and blood is happening in Essos, there's a different kind of journey unfolding. Bran Stark.
Ah, Bran. Beyond the Wall. Still searching for the three-eyed crow.
It's a brutal trek, isn't it? Guided by Mira and Yojen Reed. Hodor carrying him.
Through deadly cold, facing dangers. Finally reaching the lair of this mysterious green seer.
And that's where things get really strange. He starts training.
Right. Learning about green sight, seeing the past, maybe the future, through the weirwood trees.
It's because he's tapping into the deep magic of the world.
Exactly. It gives him and us this incredible window into the history and prophecies of the story. It blurs time, suggests he has this huge, maybe even cosmic role to play.
And he's also learning to warg, to slip into the minds of animals.
And even into Hodor, which is ethically complicated, to say the least.
It sounds like an incredible power, but you mentioned a cost. What's he losing?
Well, he's losing Bran Stark, in a way. His childhood. His own identity, maybe. He becomes this vessel for ancient knowledge, immense power. But is he still the same boy? He's trading his personal life, his agency, for this larger, almost impersonal destiny. The boy who left Winterfell might not be coming back.
Speaking of Winterfell, let's shift back to the north. The Boltons are in charge there now.
Ugh, yes, holding Winterfell, trying desperately to look legitimate.
Which involves Ramsay Bolton, known for his cruelty.
Sadism, let's call it what it is.
Right, and he's having this grand wedding, marrying a girl they claim is Arya Stark.
But it's not Arya, it's Jane Poole, Sansa's poor friend, used as a political pawn.
And witnessing all this horror is Theon Greyjoy. Or rather, Reek.
Yeah, poor Theon, broken, traumatized, living under Ramsay's thumb. He's haunted by everything he's done, everything that's been done to him.
Just an unwilling observer.
Mostly. But Martin gives us these glimpses, these flickers of the old Theon still buried deep inside, that spark of resistance, or maybe just memory. It's both torture for him and perhaps his only way back.
Elsewhere in the snowbound north, Stannis Baratheon is still on the march.
Right, with his increasingly ragged army, trying to rally the northern houses against the Boltons. He takes some big risks, captures some key players.
It's the weather.
The snow is relentless. It's hammering everyone, blurring loyalties, making every move a gamble. The North itself feels like an antagonist, punishing everyone equally. It really underscores the brutal nature of this war.
Now let's hop back across the narrow sea briefly. A different kind of ambition arrives in Essos. Prince Quentyn Martell.
Ah, the Dornish prince. On a secret mission from Dorne.
His goal? To marry Daenerys. Unite House Martell and House Targaryen. Big plans.
Very big plans, driven by family ambition, duty. But they fall apart pretty quickly.
Daenerys isn't interested.
Not remotely. His courtship is met with, well, indifference, really. It's a harsh lesson for him. He thinks his title, his name, should be enough.
Love it's not.
No. It shows the gap between inherited ambition and actual earned power. Dany has faced trials he can't even imagine. His proposal means nothing to her, really.
So, desperate to prove himself, he tries something incredibly foolish.
He tries to tame one of the other dragons, Viserion or Rhaegal, locked up beneath the pyramid.
And it goes badly. Tragically.
Very badly. It's a grim, fiery end, and it hammers home a point we see again and again in this series.
What's that?
Dragons aren't pets. They don't care about titles or alliances or human ambition. They answer to strength, to blood. They're primal power, and you can't just claim them. A lesson others might need to learn too.
Like, maybe. Victarion Greyjoy.
Exactly. The Ironborn. Euron Crozeye's brother. He's sailing the Iron Fleet towards Meereen.
Also hoping to claim Daenerys. And her dragons, presumably.
Yes, claim Daenerys as his queen. Bring her back to the Iron Islands. It's a bold, typically Ironborn plan. And he's got help, supposedly. A red priest, Mukoro, gave him some kind of dangerous magical artifact. A dragon horn, maybe. Promises him power, divine favor.
So he's driven by religion now, too. Or is it just vengeance against Euron? It seems like a mix. Religious fervor, personal vengeance, Ironborn ambition. It's all churning together. His journey is brutal, sailing through treacherous waters.
And his path is heading straight for Marine.
Right into the chaos Daenerys left behind. You see how all these threads, Jon at the Wall, Tyrion with Aegon, Dany in the wilderness, the Boltons, Stannis, the Dornish, the Ironborn, they're all starting to converge. The world is getting smaller, the conflicts are heating up.
Okay, so as the book nears its end, Jon Snow makes more tough calls.
He does. Sends Samwell Tarly away to Old Town to study, to become a maester, a smart move maybe, to preserve knowledge.
And he keeps trying to unite forces, wildlings, Night's Watch, maybe even Stannis' men against the real enemy, the White Walkers.
But these decisions, especially the one involving the wildlings, they just breed more dissent. Fear and tradition are powerful forces.
Leading to that final scene at the wall.
Yeah, the betrayal. Jon is ambushed, stabbed by his own brothers. For the Watch, they cry.
Just left bleeding out in the snow. His fate totally uncertain.
It's brutal, and it leaves you reeling. What happens to the Watch now? Was Jon their only real hope against the Long Night? His fall creates this huge vacuum, right when they need leadership most.
And meanwhile, Daenerys. She's alive, but barely. Out in the Dothraki Sea.
Weakened, delirious, and then found by Khal Draco and his Khalasar.
Which feels like, what, a rescue, a capture, a return to where she started.
Exactly. Is this a new beginning for her, a chance to maybe rally the Dothraki again, or is it a dangerous step backward, back into that world she fought so hard to escape? It leaves her story on a massive cliffhanger, too.
Wow. Okay, so that really covers the sweep of A Dance with Dragons. It's a chapter just packed with transformation, sacrifice, and you can feel winter tightening its grip everywhere.
Definitely. And those lines between hero and villain, they get blurrier than ever. Everyone's compromised. Everyone's making hard choices. The winds of change are blowing hard, pushing every single character closer to some kind of reckoning.
Dragons rise, kings fall, and the Game of Thrones just keeps playing out, getting more complex, more intense.
It really does. It makes you think about the real cost of power, doesn't it? And how thin that line is between duty and desire when the world's on the brink.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive through the lands of ice and fire. It's been quite the journey. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and remember, the night is dark and full of stories. Oh, and before you go, a quick note from our sources. If you're looking for more epic stories like this, or maybe some different curious explorations, you can actually get access to a free month of audiobooks and podcasts by subscribing to Audible. You should find a link to subscribe wherever you're listening to this deep dive. Check the description or pinned comment if you're watching a video version. Lots of great stuff on there. Thank you for listening, and yeah, let us know if you have any recommendations.